Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Pixie playing Fable Frost, the Ice Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
I'm Megan. Beware the bats, and I'm playing Saride Landir, the Eladrin Knowledge Cleric.
And I'm Andrew. I'm playing Grizz, our dwarven Kensai monk.
I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Barbarian.
And I'm Mars. I'm playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout, who currently has his fear response broken.
All right. Sounds good. We are going to dive into tonight's adventure in just a moment. We did get a little bit of a late start for us, so let's speed through our announcements just as quick as we can. Pixie, you want to kick us off?
Yes, I do. We have a new thing on our Patreon with our Pin of the Month Club. There are multiple tiers where you can get either just the Pin of the Month, but also, Cody, check your Discord messages. Just the pin and the sticker that goes with it. And also an option that is the pin, a sticker, and a Found Family dice set. Make sure you are joining one of the levels tiers that says Pin of the Month. And that will be a good time for all. And that will be, we'll have a lot of fun with that. You good? Great. Oh, perfect. There, we're back. I'm proud of you. Everybody emotes for Cody, who figured out the tech thing himself. I'm so proud. Yes. That's my announcement. Let's go.
I had the blades in the dark previously, so I turned a whole bunch of stuff off.
No, you're good. You did great. You're great. Everything. No, that's all you had to turn back on was that background, and now you're perfect.
All good. So we've got that. Saride, would you like to tell us about Norse Foundry?
Would I ever? NorseFoundry.com. If you head over there, they are the makers and purveyors of fine gemstone, stone, and metal dice. They also work with Elderwood Academy, who has provided boxes and dice trays for Critical Role and Adventure Zone. They have dice boxes, dice vaults. They're absolutely phenomenal. They smell like cedar and Christmas. And if you use our special promo code REPRPG, it's in the chat now, you get 15% off of your order. Valentine's Day is coming up, and nothing says I love you like some watermelon gemstone dice.
What did you just do?
They're absolutely... What did I do?
Yeah, your audio quality went from like, oh, it's okay, to like, oh, that's really awesome. Like, just as you turned...
Perfect. Don't touch anything.
Whatever
right
little head...
Is this it? Is it right here?
That is good, yeah.
Was it this?
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
All right, we're just gonna...
Cody.
Okay, I'm just gonna NPR this entire thing. Oh, fuck. Hell, I don't know. I just got excited about it. Was the power of Norse Foundry.
That's what it was.
NorseFoundry.com.
Your makeup look was presented on your own channel over on Megup.
Yes, it was. So technically, this is what Saride looks like, walking through the wastes right now, with ashes and stuff on her face, and dried salt tears, because Cody loves trauma.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of channels, Grizz, why don't you tell us about what's happening on Easy Dispel?
We're kicking things off strong this year. I tried to TPK our party last night over on Easy Dispel. That is with 2 L's because it's easy to spell and we did it wrong anyways. We play every Sunday at 6 o'clock Central Time. We have a lot of fun, but yeah, we introduced Vaden, the big bad that was also my character in the PvP League for season 1.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun, and he was not even their biggest problem of the night. But yeah, if you go get caught back up and watch the party very near end our campaign, but we're still running, they're still alive, we're still doing fun stuff. Come hang out, come check us out.
Sounds good. And Treasure, what's Lance Orlando up to?
Hey everyone, so you guys may have heard about Lance Orlando. It's where we do live action versions of what you'll see a lot of characters do here. So swinging swords, battle axes, and so forth. Right now we are still opening up training season. So any Orlando locals that would like to meet us, that would be in the park. I'll put some information. If you are a part of our Discord, you can find it there. If you are not maybe Orlando local, but still local to Florida, we do have a troupe performing right now in Hogtown. That is the Hogtown Renaissance Fair up in Gainesville. And we have our troupe being the Hogtown Gate Guards. So go up to the gate and get heckled, because that's basically what they'll be doing for the next 3 weekends.
Very, very cool. And Tara, just in case something's changed in the past week, is there anything you would like to announce?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Sounds good to me. With that said, let's get into tonight's adventure, shall we? Our adventure takes place in the Feywild, a near realm of vibrancy and life, a place of wild magic, a place so vivid that it nears madness. And in this lush, verdant land, we find it choking, literally, on sands of death, on the silt and fine ash of so many nigh uncountable corpses. A ancient and nefarious enemy has, within the mixing time signature of a unpredictable place such as the Feywild, in very short order, done a great amount of damage. And so our heroes, the arquebuss, have traveled to the Feywild in an effort to save the Feywild, to prevent the potential dangers of a broken plane of magic, but moreover, to bring aid to the home of Saride. They had opted for bold action, able to plane shift into any particular region or area named by Saride. They chose to teleport themselves to the pyramids that they had scryed upon on their last visit. These are floating just gonna say pyramid again. The other
Ziggurats.
word. Thank you. Yes, ziggurats. Floating ziggurats upon which crystalline gems draw forth sand and ash and shape it into mummified and skeletal monstrosities. As they neared the closest of these floating ziggurats, they were set upon by a small patrol. Having dispatched the mummified centaurs and the mummies summoned from the sands, they dispatched with the one seemingly living member of this scouting party, a priest dressed in fine, simple robes and wrapped, pre-wrapped, pre-mummified in some ways. As they delivered the final blow, his corpse falling into the sand, what blood and tears might fill his body, drained away, and rose. He rose again, back, seemingly, to draw vengeance upon them. But now, as he stands immediately behind... Oh, who did he get to do the scary monster thing to? Talroth? Yes? Yeah.
He's behind Andrew, isn't he? Because all of us turned to look, and Andrew is just fine. It's Grizz.
Yes. He is behind Grizz. I believe Talroth is under the effects of dread. And somebody else was? I think one other person failed. No? Okay, great. Done and done. Now accompanied by eerie whispers proclaiming that the days of death have come at last to seek their vengeance upon each of you. And with this, we will begin our adventure, and we will flip for initiative. Wow, I'm getting good at that. Bad guys are on a jack. Treasure's going first. That's just that. Who else is over a jack? Who has higher than a jack? Okay. So we will get Treasure, Saride, bad guys, and then you guys will start telling me who is up. Sound fair? Sounds fair to me. Treasure. I think you're about 20 feet away. It is difficult terrain, but you are very quick, so I suspect you can easily make it to him in a move. Is there... Do me a favor. Roll me... I think it's a turn. You didn't take damage. You didn't attack. So I think your rage has ended. Not that you can't rage again. I'm sure you have more than enough to get you through a day. But your rage is currently off.
So I will re-rage again, because rage again.
Okay. Yeah.
And just go ahead and barrel into him as fast as possible and take my swings.
Okay. Yeah. Off you go running.
And it is reckless.
Okay. Good to know.
The lower one is a 17.
Both
The
hit.
higher one's a 29.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, the lowest of the two is a 17 again. So
Okay. Yeah. Both hit.
perfect. So let me roll my d12. And then you want one of them to be the fire damage separate, correct?
Doesn't matter for the priest.
Okay, does not matter.
No.
Okay, so 2d12 plus 11 then.
Yep.
So that one's the first one I rolled kind of low. It's a 19.
Okay.
The second one, not too shabby, is a 31.
Okay. Yeah. As the axe comes cleaving into him, you actually lift his revivified but somewhat frailer frame off of the sands, and the blood burner burns off of him, off part of the bandages, and he lands back in the sand, not moving, seemingly dead. Saride, we're going to stay in initiative because I'm guessing you guys are still on your guard given what he just did. So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but can we talk about the TV episode mentality there of it ends last week and then they start and oh, well. Good.
Oh, Fable, you're still looking pretty rough, right?
Not bloodied, but I got hit hard.
Okay, I'm going to. So I think I can get. How far is everybody from me?
I
wait.
think the
No, fuck
furthest
that.
person is maybe 30 feet. Yeah, you guys were pretty close together. You had to stick pretty close together because as you were moving around, one, the sand is difficult terrain, but two, the mummies had sort of come to you, and they were
Right.
charging in on you. So I think everybody's within about 30 feet.
I'm going to mass healing word.
Okay.
Let's do 4th level. Because everybody got hit, right? Well, just take it, Talroth. All right.
You're going to be healed, and you're going to like it.
Damn it. That's 10 points for everybody. And will no. Cause a greater restoration? Can I fix Talroth from being scared?
I am not sure. You'd have to... If it doesn't list it on Lesser Restoration, then no.
It's an effect that charmed or petrified the target.
Not
No.
petrified and not charmed.
Okay.
He's not stoned yet.
Okay. Okay. That's all I could. Wait. Nope. That's all I could do. And I'm gonna hold an attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold specifically Sacred Flame the minute something comes out of these fucking sands.
Okay. And can I actually have Treasure and Saride make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of their turn? That is how long the dread lasts from the whispers. Is you start your turn and then it's the start of your next turn. So.
As while they're rolling that, because T. Graves just came in a chat and we have hyped her up a lot of times before.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new model that's going into their shop. This is Chunk Thulu. His name is Bubblegum. I call him Bubbles. I just saw him so big. Him have soft tummy and soft wings. Wings? Big! Everyone needs to go get one right fucking now. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Treasure, what did you get?
15.
Barely succeeds. And
19.
succeeds. Okay. Now it is up to the priest's turn. And with a, let's see, with an unnatural speed, you watch, Treasure, as the damp sand that you thought had rapidly dried under the merciless noonday sun of this summer Feywild melts into a ghostly plasm and rushes over the priest as he rises up once again, his face dancing with visages a little different to each of you. Treasure, to you, there's something about your siblings. You're well remembered, have always been there, totally not not recent additions to your family, siblings. But that is a brief distraction for you as okay. Yep. Got it. As he is going to draw forth a blade wrapped in mummified bandages. And, yes.
I had an action for when something.
Yes, you did. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Dex saving throw, I believe, from him for Sacred
Yes.
Flame.
Yes.
That is a 7. Definitely fails.
Yes. I'm just gonna roll it here because I don't have. Oh, my dice were bad. 16.
Nice.
Pew pew.
As the holy radiant fire burns up and over him, he just his to you, Sarai, the ectoplasmic spectral face shows your mother burning and screaming in pain, and he is going to level the blade at Treasure. Does he get advantage, or you kept hitting with the lower, so no advantage for him. That is all right, because he rolled a natural 20. So that is not a ton of damage, but I am going to need you. Oh, there is no save. I apologize. So that is 5 plus 5, 6, 11, 13 points of piercing damage reduced to 7 because you are raging. And you are a creature. You are paralyzed until the start of the priest's next turn. It is seeing you paralyzed. It is going to swing now with advantage because you are paralyzed. Second blade attack from its knife. Natural 6, natural 19 positive hits. So that is going to be less on the damage front. 6 reduced to 3, and then it levels its hand at Sarai. But it pauses because in its current form it is out of attacks. Who is next?
Whose turn was that? That was a lot that happened.
That was the priest's turn.
So
It's-
whoever's after it, Jack.
Thank
That'd
you. So
be-
bad guy was the end of the line. Got it. So
That
that is
me.
Okay.
going to be Grizz. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
action economy, he stood up, looked scary, and attacked twice.
Okay. Grizz is going to close the different distance and just start making attacks on this guy.
Okay, go for it.
First attack, Backtalker, is a 26.
Absolutely hits.
Second attack, roll is a dirty 20.
Roll the damage on the first one.
Okay. Is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And damage on the second?
Damage on the second is 12 points of slashing damage. And make
Okay.
that second one try to make that a stunning strike.
Oh, well, you don't need to. You start
Oh.
to channel your ki, and as Retorter sinks into its flesh, it sort of... and you see the visage of your husband as it slumps down in your late husband, as it were, as it slumps down into the ground, inert. It's still your turn. What would you like to do?
That's a face long since buried. I'm gonna, instead of stunning strike, we're gonna burn a key point for flurry of blows, and I'm just gonna try to stomp in the skull.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
That is, are these at advantage? Because it's
Yeah. It's prone at the very least.
That's a 26 to hit on the first one for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second one is a 12.
12
I rolled
does.
two natural ones with
Oof.
advantage. So
Well, a natural
Oh,
one
okay.
doesn't hit anyway, but the
Yeah.
12 wouldn't hit anyway. So for all purposes, the second one does not hit. Here is what I would like you to do. Roll me a percentile. Do you want to roll high or low?
with my luck, I would like to roll low.
All right, I'm going to give you a 25% chance, so 25 or lower.
Roll high,
73.
roll low.
Okay.
You.
You hit. It feels like you're punching bones. It doesn't move, but it hurt. It hit for sure.
Okay.
Who is up next? Tauroth. At the Grizz, at the start of your turn, make me the wisdom saving throw. What'd you get?
24. Sorry.
24. Easy. Yeah. Tauroth, you do not need to make it because it is inert the fear ends at the start of your turn.
So no save?
No save required right now.
Okay, cool, because I was about to pull the treasure and sand spider into a nearby dune and just wait until that thing was gone.
Right.
But yeah, that thing owes me a new pair of pants right now, so I'm gonna take his bandages. So where is he?
He's about 20 feet away, on the ground.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce on over and just whirlwind right into him with 2 attacks.
Okay.
And these would be with advantage because he's prone.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So first one's a 21.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 21.
Okay. Both hit. Why don't you high or low? 25% chance.
Low.
Low? All right. Roll for each of them.
So the first one is a betrayal with a 69.
Okay.
The second one, I should have been a cleric. 2.
There it is. So, the first stab digs deep. You deal your sneak attack damage. Unfortunately, it is to nothing, or nothing of purpose. But it's when you draw the blade back and make the second swipe, that part of the bandages along its clavicle right here and up over beneath the bandages towards like the back of its head. You notice that there is a dark black sort of inky living tattoo that is marked on its skin, and the blade drags across it, and you deal damage to the tattoo. What is the damage on the second strike?
Second strike. So that's going to be 8 slashing and 4 lightning.
Okay. It is still it's still moving. Like it's still active, but you heard it. You heard it for sure.
And I just quickly call out about the tattoo.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
So if I got Treasure and Grizz next to me, it's like the tattoo moved. The tattoo moved. It's like hit it. I don't know what it is. Hit it. Kill it.
Okay. I believe that leaves us with yes, Fable.
Yes. Did you just whisper that to them, or did you say it loud enough for the rest of us to hear?
Oh,
I'm probably still in Can't Scare to Talk, so he's probably yelling.
There we go. I would like to then take an aim at. Don't know what he's talking about, but gonna aim for it.
Okay.
May I?
Are you gonna aim from where you're at, or are you gonna move up to look and shoot it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll move up.
Great. So yeah, you get up close enough that you can see it. You can target it directly. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Firebolt. Not gonna waste a spell slot. Gonna use a cantrip, but I can do it twice. That was a 10 to hit, and that was awful.
10 does you hit it, but there is a magical resistance.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't deal damage.
I'm gonna use my bracers to
do it again.
Do that second
Absolutely,
one. Yeah.
go for it.
Oh fuck yes, that is a 23 to hit.
That does hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Looks
does.
like the tattoo has an armor class of about 15.
Great, amazing. That's 19, 20, 21, 22 fire damage.
With that, the tattoo bursts into the ashes and the silt, as does the rest of the corpse and its bandages. They return to the sand from whence they came.
This was the mission for Fable with all the fire and all the mummies. I'm home! I can help here! Sorry. I'm useful. That's all. Everyone all right?
So Ride actually like tries to chase the ashes as they go, trying to catch as much of it as she can.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last thing it looked like to her was her mom, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to get pieces of her mom.
That's Grizz will like kind of put his hand up on your elbow. Whatever you saw, it wasn't whoever it was you saw,
She's here.
but not that one. She's here, we'll find her. I saw someone too.
But he's not here. My family is here. They're buried under all of this. And if they can pull dead things from the ground, they can pluck them up like weeds. That could have been her.
Could have been. I think that thing was more trying to use lost loved ones against us, more so than it was any of them. I'm not saying there's not a chance that we're not going to run into whoever we have lost here, but this one's not it. For the very little comfort that might offer.
She's gonna, because sleeves are bullshit, so she's just gonna rub the ashes on her arms. How far are we from the ziggurat now?
Think maybe 10 minutes. Not far.
Jesus. Boom, ziggurat.
Yeah, you guys had gotten pretty close before before any of the fighting.
Can I just say, you said something about how this is difficult terrain because we're moving through sand. I had this very visceral sense memory of trying to walk through the beach, and my legs started hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Sand will fucking do that to you.
Yeah, sand is the worst. But we're coming out of this thing with
Okay,
like
Anakin.
high tight asses. I'm telling you what, we're not skipping leg day.
That is true.
There is the explanation for Treasure's ass, everyone.
Living in the desert.
There it is!
Body
She
by
never had to
dunes.
do a single squat. She just existed. Y'all, I'm gonna move to the beach for the entire month while I'm working out for my fitness test. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna be in the sand.
Do we need to take a rest?
We can if we want. She's just still shaking off like the paralysis.
Can we afford to?
Well, a short one, maybe,
I don't
before we go in.
Does anyone gain any? I don't think any of us got hit super hard, and you healed me most of what I got hit. I don't think anybody regains any abilities necessarily that are worth risking the time.
Grizz would regain his key points.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's important.
But I still have a lot of them.
Okay.
So
Okay. Just trying to.
I only used a couple in that last fight, so.
All right. Screw it. Last time.
Okay.
All right, have we good to go? Let's go.
Oof.
Are we still trying to sneak there?
We just lit up 5 of their guys. I think they know we're here.
Listen, a lot of things happen in the desert.
I guess
Suppose.
try to close the rest of the way quiet. If things start looking bad, just book it.
All right. So we sneak
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sneaking, it's 20, but go ahead and make me some stealth checks.
23.
19.
Ooh, 16.
28.
22.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are moving low, staying hidden. You feel very good about how you guys are making your approach. As you round around one of the dunes, you can see the floating pyramid, the floating ziggurats. There are on each side. It's a four-sided thing. No, let it be three-sided. The two on the outside are three-sided, and the one in the middle is four-sided. I don't know why. I just decided. There are some like steps to it, but from where you're looking, it's all sort of stone. The only entrance seems to be at the top, because there are the sides, right, and it goes up, and there is sand, like water falling off of the edges of it. And at the bottom, where the sand is sort of being left behind, ever so often, one of those priests seems to rise up, and then the priest will kind of set about the work of raising mummies and other sand undead. You can't get a good look underneath it just through the sand falls and where you guys are at. You can definitely tell that there is an opening at the top because it gets flat, and then there's like some magic float space, and then sort of the top of the pyramid, and in between that area there is a sort of a magic crystal that is kind of spinning.
So it's like the pyramid on the dollar?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, definitely something like that. Absolutely.
We're national treasuring.
Yeah, for sure. So, space.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so that is what you're seeing kind of from where you're at. Now, from the ground to the bottom of one of the steps, on the smaller one, it's like 10 feet. The taller one, the four-sided one, the bigger one, is maybe like 20, maybe 25. It's not a dramatic difference. But each of these are big. They are sizable for sure. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? For ease and for descriptive purposes, let's say you're coming in from the south. There is a southern pyramid that is 3 sides, the central pyramid that is the 4 sides, and then a northern pyramid that is 3 sides. And those north and south ones are in orbit around the center one, but for our descriptive purposes so that we can have a shared vocabulary. Let's use that terminology.
So at least from the looks of it, the two 3-sided pyramids, they're just helping spread sand. The center pyramid seems to be more important.
The center pyramid would definitely, if you were looking at this place as like a military installation, the smaller pyramids would be like barracks or ritual sites. They are actively doing the work. The central pyramid, you would think, is like a castle, a keep, or some form of like command center. It is itself probably a higher priority target, but not the one actively attacking or spreading troops, as it were.
And how high is it, did you say, to the openings?
So you have to grab onto the pyramids first. To get to the opening, you would figure at least 100 feet, I would think.
And how high off are the pyramids?
I'm gonna say So I'm going to say the pyramid is maybe like 10 stories, 12-foot stories, so 120 feet, and then another 10 to 20 feet, 25 feet, 150 at the most.
150 for us to get to just to start climbing it?
No. 10 for you to start climbing it. And
okay,
150 to
fine.
get to the opening, to get to the space in between.
Okay. We still have rope of climbing, yes? Yay! Let's rope of climb. 'Cause I can't think of any other way to get in there.
Yeah, talk to me about the rope of climbing.
It is a rope
Uh-huh.
meant for climbing.
A very good thing for a rope to be meant for. I believe,
You
like...
tie one end of the
And
rope and use an action to speak.
Go ahead.
It animates. Bonus action, you can command it to move towards a destination. The end moves 10 feet on your turn when you command it, and 10 feet on each turn.
Because once we're on the pyramid, we'd be able just to go up it, right? Like doesn't look like it'd be difficult to actually climb.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some effort, but it's not impossible. The pyramids are not pristine. They're old. They're kind of broken. And you don't have to walk directly up the sandfall, so you could make it, yeah.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Really, we can. Are we wanting to go for one of the orbiting cigarettes, or do we want to just go for the center? We talked about going hard and fast, but if we can break up some of the rituals, slow the spread while we work on the center. They're both, I think, viable. It's really your show.
Okay.
We'll let you know if we think you're making a bad call, but
Yeah.
really, it's whatever.
Okay. I would say let's go for the center so that we can get the liches done.
We're gonna hit those as strong as we are.
I'm thinking if we get rid of them, the tattoos they put on people might not work. I have nothing to base that on. I'm just saying.
I think it's
Yeah, but
as
we
good
have
a
no
guess as
other
we've had.
better plan. Like that's as solid a thing as anything, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
no questions. We'll be
Yeah.
good.
Let's get moving then.
To the middle.
Okay. As you guys are heading that way, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little skill challenge here. We're all assuming that you're attempting to move stealthily and avoid being detected. There are guards that are around. There's a fair amount of like visual obstruction with the wind and the sand, and even they fall under the effect of it. Everybody make me a stealth check to start, and that is going to set the number of successes or fails you guys can make. And then the rest of it is going to need to be like survival, athletics, maybe some acrobatics to get yourselves up there, maybe nature to keep things moving. So we are setting the DC for a successful stealth check at 17. Let me know. Just need to know if you succeeded or failed.
Succeed.
Okay.
Succeed.
Fail.
All right. So 3 successes, 2 failures. So you guys have 3 successes. You have 3 failures of getting on this skill challenge. Every member of the team has to have at least 1 success to get onto the pyramid you want. Okay? You guys are outside the southern pyramid. You can see some of the priests wandering around the silt and the ash and sort of the cloud piling up. from all of these, from the sandfalls, is obscuring the vision. You begin to make your way past the southern pyramid. You guys hit this open area of beneath the southern pyramid, where you're just gonna be out in the open with these priests nearby, and you know you've kind of got to make a run for it. So this one is going to be athletics. What I am going to say is that rather than everyone rolling athletics individually, I will let you all team up into two groups. One person, whoever's leading the athletics charge, is going to determine the success or failure. The other people succeeding or failing might have some bad consequences for their leader. So, who would like to go first? Treasure? Okay. So Treasure's leading one of these groups underneath the southern pyramid, making a dash for it, helping them across. Who needs the most help? Because I think Treasure has the highest athletics.
I have only a +2 in athletics.
I have a 0 to athletics.
For
Ooh.
fuck's sake, good God.
Okay.
Acrobatics, yes. Athletics, no.
Yeah, looks like I'm the one going with Treasure. I have the lowest athletics.
Two of
bonus.
you can go. Yeah, we can do a group of 3 and a group of 2.
Yep.
So Sarai and Grizz.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I roll with advantage as is. So.
That's great. Perfect. So everybody,
arms.
even if you don't have it, go ahead and make the athletics check. It is going to start as a DC 15 for my baby ducklings.
Just as for that group, or do you want me and Talroth to roll as well?
Just for that group. Just for that
Thank
group. You guys are going to do the same roll in just a moment, but for right
you
now,
want to keep focused.
yeah, let me focus on them.
Got an 18.
Okay.
30-20.
Okay. So Treasure,
What's 9 plus 16?
25.
There we go.
Okay.
I thought you said 60.
Yeah, I mean, but that.
6. I don't even know how, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you take off sprinting across the sands, high knees. Halfway through, Treasure is encouraging you guys. It is Rocky 3 with Apollo just sprinting down the beach, looking great. You guys make it across the area, really nicely done. Tauroth and Fable, you guys are up.
I got a dirty 20.
Nicely done.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. Fable, roll me a D8.
Yay. Six.
Okay.
I almost flat out said 9. That's not on a D8.
It is not. So with a 6, at Fable, you guys are running. You lose your footing. You sort of go face first into the sand. Tauroth realizes it, comes back around to start to pick you up. One of the priest mummies does notice you guys and begin shifting through the sands. You take off running. They are far enough away that if you guys continue to do well and hurry, you can make it into the pyramid without them catching up or realizing it. There's no alarm that's raised. You get the feeling they don't know exactly what's going on, but they're like, I should check out that thing. So you guys are past the running section. You get up underneath the main four-sided pyramid. I need some checks. How are you guys going to get up the 20 feet?
Can I launch people?
Yeah, you can. You can launch them, and for you it would be
Majestic.
athletics. It would let them use acrobatics to get them up there. So that's an option for people.
Eat me. You'll
Okay.
have to toss me.
All right,
Don't
treasure.
tell the tabaxi.
Don't tell them. Yes, you're correct.
Fantastic. Treasure, give me an athletics check. You do it with advantage.
17 plus 9 for 26.
26. There you go. Nicely done. Fable, give me your acrobatics check.
Fuck me. An 8. I have a +6 on that.
Oof.
The day I quit.
Don't quit yet. Roll me another d8.
I'm just gonna set myself on fire. That'll scare them away. 8.
Okay. Fable, you get a good launch, but the sand has made things slick. You get up there, just sort of fingertips away. You get a hold of a piece of the pyramid, and it cracks, and you come falling back down. Treasure, you can catch her absolutely. Who is next?
Toss me next.
All right.
Try to catch people as they come up. Assuming I make it.
Can I try basket tossing people with treasure?
Treasure's doing she's getting them up there. Well,
Okay.
yeah, thank you. I think she's fine. I'm not going to make her roll every time. I don't know that there's a way for her with advantage to not succeed at throwing them. So
Natural one. It's a 13 if you all together.
that's good. That is good, but it's not enough. Roll me a d8.
I'm just throwing people into the bottom of this building. Is that it?
6.
6. Yeah.
What is it playing where you just throw the ball against the wall?
Mm-hmm. Grizz, you get two hands on it, right? And you get one elbow up, and you're just about to start going, and then the piece of rock face sort of in front of you cracks, and it just hits you in the face. You come falling back down. Treasure catches you again. At this point, we're gonna call that a second failure. So you guys have one more before a fight will ensue.
Fastball special tower
very
off?
well. Put me down.
Fastball special tower off.
Wouldn't be the first time. So just regular acrobatics.
Yeah, just regular acrobatics.
21.
There you go. Yeah, you get a good launch. You get up there. You get a hold of some rocks. You actually get one of your feet sort of underneath you, and you realize why why everybody else was having some difficulty. It looks like stone. It is really solid stone, but it is stone made of sand. Like, it is all sort of glued together. But once you get past that initial, like, very soft, I know pyramids were made with limestone. I don't know how soft limestone is. But once you get past that soft exterior, there's harder, like, granite stone underneath it. And so you get up there, you get a hold of it. You are there to give people advantage on their acrobatics checks as you try to catch them on the way back. So
Is there something like, I know a piton is the wrong word, but something that I could just tie a rope to?
There's nothing sticking out of the pyramid. If you have pitons, nobody knows how to say that word.
Pittance.
Pittons. That's what I thought.
Anyone who camps.
We do.
Oh.
We do have them.
If Talroth has them, or somebody throws them up to him, he can hammer one into the stone, and then you can tie the rope off to it.
I mean, they're in everyone's bag, so I guess Talroth has one.
It depends on which pack you took.
Yeah, Talroth basically travels light because everything gets put into the bag of holding or the haversack. He only has the rope of climbing because he took it out of the haversack.
I will pit and treasure.
Okay, so Treasure's gonna throw them up there. Bat and a hammer.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Make me a ranged attack, and Talroth, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
Looking for a total of 30, 35.
So ranged attack for me. Let's see. Nat 20.
Hey, there you go. Total it up.
25.
Oh, 25. 20 and 20. But forget it. Yeah, you practically throw it into the pyramid itself. Yeah, you get it there. Talroth, you get the hammer, and you're like, oh, okay. Here you go,
Not the-
guys.
Not the first time we've done this.
Yeah. Easily done. The rope of climbing is there. You can make the athletics checks with advantage because that's what a rope of climbing basically gives you. So Talroth is there for acrobatics checks with advantage, rope of climbing, athletics checks with advantage. The only reason it continues to be an athletics check, it is easier check, but the thing is moving and there is sand sort of coming off of it. So how are people getting up there now? Just make a decision, make a roll, tell me if you got better than a 10. That's what we're looking for.
I am climbing as soon as I see that everybody else is up there.
Yep, we'll
Yeah.
put you last.
Had
I'll
treasure
climb.
throw me again.
Okay,
I got it.
nice. Nicely done.
I am going to try and get yeeted again.
Okay, it's with advantage. Talroth is there
Yeah.
to lend a hand.
Oh my god! Thank God it's advantage. The first one was a 10. Oh, the second one was an 8.
10 is what we needed.
I can't roll tonight, y'all.
Oof.
I
But you
quit.
got there. Talroth is there. He catches your hand, pulls you up on there.
Fucking Mercury retrograde.
Damn Mercury. Saride, what are you doing?
I'm climbing.
You're climbing. All right, make me the athletics check.
Oh no, that's a 3.
That's a 3.
I'm not climbing.
Okay.
Did you roll it with
have-
advantage?
Y'all have fun. Oh, is that with it? Yes, it is. Dumbass. Come on. That's a 19.
There you go. All right. And treasure, last but not least, I'm pretty sure you can't fail this check. So
I mean, I couldn't, but I rolled anyways, and nat 20. So she's doing very well in the desert.
yeah,
We need
yeah.
to get this girl back to Jalen.
He's
yeah.
doing great.
Treasure. Treasure does. She feels so good about it. She's showing off. She gets the rope of climbing and like puts a hitch in it so that she's pulling and looping the rope with her around her hoof as she's going. So she's like recoiling the rope for her.
Oh my god.
So can we just get Treasure a pair of pistols and just start calling her O'Connell?
Yeah, I don't. Sure, I'm fine with it.
No, she's Evie. She's the historian.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, who else are you gonna have to roll history on in this adventure? Okay, all right.
That's fair.
You do the map making. That is true.
So you're Evie?
We're,
From
Well,
Prepared.
if she has a brother now.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
breaking
Break
Break shit
stereotypes.
house, that's McConnell.
There you
No,
go.
he's Jonathan. He's Jonathan, who's actually
No.
smart but a drunk.
Okay.
Talroth is Jonathan.
No. Well,
We'll
But he's not a
continue
coward.
fantasy casting
Sorry.
Not a
on
coward.
a.
That's true. He's not a coward. Well, in the second movie, Jonathan isn't. He's like
sorry.
real good. Like anyway,
Okay.
sorry. I love Jonathan. That is not a dig. He's precious.
No,
he is
yes,
a precious
I-
bean.
You guys make your way up to the top. You are climbing. You did thankfully make it up just in time. You can see down below the priests or the mummies sort of looking around. They are undead. They are a little more capable than your average undead for sure, but they don't spot you as you guys begin to make the ascent up this pyramid. It I am just picturing American Gladiator pyramid now. So it's big
Yeah.
steps, but you're hoofing it up there, and up you guys are going.
I
As you
often picture us as American Gladiator.
I feel like it should happen more often. That's such a good reference for so many weird things that happen in D&D.
It really is.
Right? Up you guys go. Level by level, stone by stone. You're all sort of experiencing and realizing how magically dependent and how precarious this sort of place is. As you near the top, you can all feel the heavy energy, magical presence that is accompanying this place. The sandfall coming off of this is lighter. It is not the and it sort of comes off every side, like all the sides, not just in the middle. And it is very much just sort of an eminence that is there the entire time. You're about 10, 15 feet, a level or two from the top. You can see that at the top of this pyramid, on the corners of the four, there are some statues. There are some like pillar statues built into the top of it. The cap of the pyramid does continue to float above those. It's a little broader, a little further away. And you look at these statues, and they are these three-pointed columns of creatures. They seem to be, from what you can see on this side, some angelic-like figures of humanoid design, holding something up. You think the top of that pyramid piece maybe used to sit on here. Their wings are sort of feathered, but the entities themselves look drained of blood, of water, exsanguinated, like dried, leathery. They have been etched to be decrepit undead visages of angels, skeletons, almost as though they were there in flesh, and in death that flesh has fallen away. You can't really see what the other creatures are, because this one's the only one that's looking out. But there's also sort of a magical light that's kind of emanating from that area. What would you guys like to do?
I am going to start checking for any sort of traps or hidden doors or something nearby, just to try to get inside and out of sight.
Sure, make me an investigation check.
I also, because I have that magical awareness thing I get, it's only like a 6-second thing, but until the end of my next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. And this is just to see if we find any like thingy that might like magical traps, basically.
Okay. There's some bad juju up top, but nothing that is on any sort of lower level at this point. Talroth, what'd you roll?
It's got an 11.
Nothing here. Nothing that you've seen on the way up. You get the feeling it is probably... These things may have been sealed to never open, or if they were designed to be allowed to open, it was under some very specific and very dire circumstances. Yeah, the reason they are sort of pyramid ziggurats is they are they have much more in common with tombs than they do with like castles.
They were meant to keep things in, not keep things out.
There you go. Anything else you guys would like to do? Okay. Who is proceeding up? Who is leading the walk up? Or you can go at the same time. Meg, okay. Sounds good. You heft yourself up the final level. And as you look over the edge to the center, you can see that there is definitely a magical ritual in effect. This is sort of looks very much like a holy site, like there are altars and basins and all the telltale signs of very religious rituals that are happening. You also get a better look at the rest of those creatures that are making up these atlas-like columns, these atlas-like pillars. Each one has a angelic, divine, celestial sort of creature with it. Each other one has you recognize as a fae, an archfey, in design, and because you are Eladrin, you recognize the ones. Each of these is created. 3 of them are very easy to distinguish. Each of these is created after a ruler of a different season. Titania, one for the Mab, one for Oberon, and one for what you would assume is the part of the spring reverie. The angelic watchers all have that same skeletal or thin-skinned look about them. So there's angel, archfey, and then what seems to be similar sort of human design, but the angels and 3 of the archfey, the summer, the spring, and the autumn, are all sort of that exsanguinated, drained, skeletal, thin-skinned visage. The human ones, instead, you can tell that they are in like ceremonial dress. They have we're just going to lean into the motif here, Egyptian pharaoh headdresses. They're clearly dressed in jewelry and finery and all of those sorts of things. And each of them is mummified, but comparatively plump. They seemingly have life and flesh beneath them. But they are portrayed as mummified. The only non-Egyptian mummified fleshy one is you recognize as a winter mab, whether or not it's the current winter mab or just whichever one was around when this got made. You're not sure, but
Can I touch them?
if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
I do. I'm gonna go for one of the. We're in summer. I'm gonna go for Titania.
Okay.
Is it stone or is it her?
Stone. It is sandy. But much like the rest of the pyramid, you get the feeling that whatever sort of fleshy bits there are is sort of built up on top of it by the sand, right? It is a magical sort of representation. But when you touch the stone, the actual like core of the column, it is stone.
So these aren't them mummified.
No, you don't suspect it is actually them, but you suspect it might be a metaphorical or has some sort of divination property to it. Like it may be a representation of them as they are now, but this is not physically them.
How far away from me is the ritual?
So the epicenter of the ritual is, I would say, 50 feet from the edges.
I'm feeling a dispel magic coming on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it at 4th level.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Make me a spellcasting check.
So that's just the 20.
Yeah, 20 plus your wisdom score. Not score, modifier.
Right. Oh, natural 20. 24.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Harry this, you fucking casual? Yeah.
You reach out and you feel the divine presence of your deity come to your aid as you are able to physically grip the magical energies that are being channeled into the center of this pyramid, and you grip at them, and you can physically sort of feel it try to slip from your grasp, and you tighten your hands around it, and for a moment it starts to run a little faster, much like sand in a fist, but you wrap your arms around it, and with a concentration and focus, you tear the magic being performed at the top of this pyramid apart. You all feel the pyramid sort of lurch just a little bit. Not much. Enough to notice, but not enough that you all are immediately afraid or fall. The light that is at the top of this pyramid has dissipated. The pyramid top does begin to sort of feather fall down onto the top, and it hits those 4 columns, and there is a shower of sand and stone and pebbles as it comes to rest on top, and the whole thing sort of, but it settles.
It's gonna get someone's attention.
Wasn't that the way in?
We're in, I thought. Isn't there, but there's, so the pillars, the thing fell on top of the pillars, there's still pillar, right?
Yeah. You
So
can.
we can still get in?
Well, yeah, you have to find the entrance, but yeah.
So
Look for the entrance then.
is it not just open at the top? Am I misunderstanding?
There's a space where the pillars are holding up the capstone of the pyramid.
But like I thought that it was hollow into the pyramid.
You are anticipating that there is an entrance hollow into the pyramid. Yes, there is no open door. You have to find the door. It's
Okay.
flat. It's solid. It's solid.
So we have, I'm going to look for the door.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I'd like to assist if I can.
Absolutely.
Do you want me to make my own check, or can I give her advantage on hers?
Give her advantage.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's a 19.
19, yeah, absolutely. So not in the dead center of it. It's actually sort of in the northeast corner. There is a portion of etched stone that has sort of magically sealed over. You bring your hand over to it, and you can follow the inscription very, very easily. And magically, the stone sort of pulls and opens to the side. And part of what you get the feeling is that they're up in the top, like capstone. There might be a more normal entrance, but to descend deeper when this was all one piece, this is sort of like a shaft with a ladder for you guys to descend.
Ta-da!
How far down does it look? Is it just pitch black as far as we can see, or?
It's not terribly deep. Maybe 10 feet. But it is dark.
Okay.
Yeah. The shadow of the overhead capstone is casting a shadow over the light, especially because the sun is like directly overhead. So you're relying on your dark vision to see down there, but it is not lit. So, and it is not deep.
I go first.
Okay. Down into the central pyramid of the choking sands descends Saride. And this is going to be where we take our break. So it is 9:11 by my clock. We're going to be back at 9:25. So we are going to be back in just about 15 minutes. Stay tuned. There's going to be a ton of really fun things happening as soon as we get back. So we'll see you in just a minute. But until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Pixie playing Fable Frost, the Ice Genasi Phoenix Soul Sorcerer.
Megan, did you hear about the new mummy that they just discovered? He's covered in chocolate and nuts. His name is Pharaoh Rocher. And I'm playing Saride Landir, the Eladrin Knowledge Cleric.
You're fired.
Yeah, that was how am I supposed to follow that up? I had a joke lined up and everything. Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Grizz, the Kinsai monk.
Hi, I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Barbarian. I just need a moment to recover from that.
And I'm Mars playing Talroth Oakenblade, who just took some psychic damage from that joke and getting sand out of his ass crack.
There you go. Before we dive back in, just because that was A, perfect, and B, absolutely reminded me of the Futurama. It's like in episode 2 or 3 where Fry eats one of the mummies, and it's like a little mummy in a little sarcophagus. It's an alien mummy, and the professor's like, "Who ate my mummy? It was 10,000 years old." And it turns out he just wanted to eat it himself. Like, he's like, this one's teriyaki flavored, right? Like, we think it's some, like, oh no, like some huge thing. He's like, no, just.
Because it's jerky at that point.
Yeah, it's jerky. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not jerky.
But
Caitlin.
Hey, we all know that Soylent jerky is people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well.
I have to leave. I don't like any of you right now. Not a single one.
Just some light-hearted cannibalism jokes.
To be fair, we are in the correct year for Soylent Green to be a thing.
Someone's already made Soylent Green. I don't know that it's people, but someone's already come out with a product line.
Oh yeah,
called Soylent
forever ago.
Green.
Yeah, it's like a protein drink.
Gross.
Because someone forgot to
I'm
raise
not
their
even
own.
kidding. Someone, yeah.
Gross. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're all thoroughly disturbed, let's dive back in to the Feywild, shall we? So, our adventurers, the archivists, have traveled to the Feywild. They have begun a daring assault on what is a central pyramid. A place that is pouring out choking sand and raising undead mummified corpses and sand monstrosities to wage a unwinnable war of attrition against the Feywild. You have just opened the top level of the tallest, largest pyramid. Probably a chunk of feet taller than I initially described on the smaller ones. I think I didn't give you separate measurements for that. So, it's big. Welcome. It is dark in here. You guys do have, there is a short ladder. You realize it is sort of a descent, probably from the upper portion. There is a series of columns that have propped up a portion for rituals of the pyramid above it, the top capstone. But you guys are about to enter the main body of the pyramid. Before you guys go down, is there anything special or specific you would like to do? If not, who is leading the descent?
I will lead, and I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
No special prep.
Okay.
Chris does ignore the ladder and as Stride climbs down, just jumps down and just like Jackie Chan wall slides past her.
Yeah.
His hands on the wall.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It is a 10-foot wide corridor that you guys have dropped into. You can see the end of it is about 40 feet ahead. You don't see any obvious doors or exits, but you have only made it to the bottom here.
Tell me you live and work in the theme parks and round Orlando without telling me. I'll go first. This room has no windows and no doors. It's right where my brain went immediately. I can't help it. It just went there.
See, and I immediately went to, there's no obvious ones. Can I see any curtains like blowing with emergency exit air conditioning? No? Okay.
No.
Is there air conditioning in here? So, yeah. At the end, you said that there's light?
There's no light.
We just know that it ends at 40 feet because of
you
dark vision?
You have dark vision, yeah. You guys should be able to see up to 60 feet. So, yeah.
I'm just, that like that's the only way that we know?
Yes, that is.
I'm going to wait and let Talroth tower up.
I'm gonna carefully push right out of the way,
Okay.
and immediately, like within the first few feet, just checking for any sort of trap or pressure plate or something.
Absolutely, yeah. Make me the investigation check, please.
14.
14. As you are looking around, you can tell that there are a few things. One, there seems to be intermittently scenes carved into the stone. It's not one large mural, but there's one that's maybe like 5 feet up. You can kind of see that. Very representative. The scene itself doesn't make a ton of sense, but they happen relatively frequently. This is much harder stone. Looks like it is made with a variety. There is far less loose sand in here. There's practically none. The only loose sand that seems to be in the pyramid itself is the stuff that you are dripping, basically. You run your hands along the corridor, along the edges. Nothing obvious. Nothing stands out at you. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna walk ahead a few feet. Just keep checking. Once I get maybe about 15, 20 feet ahead, I'll just kind of signal to start coming up and just keep that going.
Okay. Okay. You get about 15 feet. Sarider Grizz next.
Yeah, and I'll try to stealth.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are moving lightly. You're moving quietly. I don't need a stealth roll. There's not really anything to see you at this point, but I will take into account that you are making that effort should something come along. Moving gently. Grizz comes in next. Treasures and Fable. You guys down the ladder yet? You still outside? Have you gone home? What's going on?
I am going home. I would like to stay. I'm gonna bring up the rear to fire snipe anything if it happens to come upon us.
Okay.
Also, because I have not been super good at climbing lately. I'm gonna not roll if I can help it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go down the ladder first and just.
You catch Fable. She comes down. Yeah, on purpose or on accident, either way, she makes it, and Treasure is there to catch her. Taroth, you get to about midway, about 20 feet. You're taking your time. You're checking out these murals that are here. They mostly depict looks like the building of the pyramids. And I'm not going to make you roll. You notice pretty clearly the pyramids are definitely built by the overly dramatic sort of fey representations of creatures.
So this is basically Feywild IKEA built.
Kind of, sure.
No, this is West Elm, Feywild.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Treasure, as you are almost at the end, you start to fill in those 5 feet behind. When you step forward, you can feel your hoof sort of depress very slowly, and all of you from Treasure up to Tauroth feel the floor altogether sort of about an inch. And Fable, with that sound, you see what little light is peeking through the top of the entryway that you guys had just come in begin to disappear as the stone shifts back into place. All of you have dark vision, correct? If not, you are blind.
Everyone does.
Thank God for my tattoo.
There you go. As hold on a second. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what you're trying to tell me. That's fine. I need everyone that is not Fable to make me a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, ooh, oh.
Is this an effect I can see or hear?
Sure. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna take a short 5. I am so sorry. I seem to have just broken a plate, and I would really like to clean it up real quick. Unless you guys want to vamp for me.
Oh, no, I'll come clean it. You go. You're fine. I got it. Keep going.
Okay.
I'm all right.
All right. Okay. Crap. So sorry, guys. DC of this is 16. Tell me if you succeeded or failed.
Grizz succeeded.
Grizz
I failed.
Okay,
Alrot succeeded.
nice.
Treasure succeeded with a 16 on the dot.
I
You're not wrong. It's fine.
it was here and it.
It's okay,
Yeah, no, I know.
Cody went Greek for a second, you know?
I wish
Mazel
it had been that
tov.
exciting. You know, like that's one thing, but this is.
Also, I like that I could walk by Dan working in the candle room and I can hear us on his computer.
Hi, Dan. Okay. So it is. Yeah, spikes. We're gonna just some good old fashioned classic spikes. Shooting at people. Because when you're distracted, why not just do spikes? So that is 10, 25, 32 points of piercing damage, halved. If you succeeded, yes, evasion gives you 0.
I am just pirouetting through these spikes, just dancing around. You can't touch this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
Grizz, do you have?
I also have evasion,
you have
but I just like
evasion.
to think that the spikes are all just set at like 4'3", so they're just.
Just overhead. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm bloodied.
Okay. Good news. As you have made it about halfway down this tunnel, you have felt this depress. You can see where the spike holes are now, because once they have launched out, they have opened up basically like the plaster that had covered over them. Talroth, you are at the front. You have a better idea kind of what you're looking for in this moment. Would you like to make another investigation or perception check? Okay, go for it.
Investigation or perception? Yeah, I'd like to use my +11 for perception.
Okay.
Perceive.
And while he's doing that, just
Yes.
would it have been possible for Grizz, where he's driving like right behind Saride, to take some of that damage, like trying to pull her out of the way, so she doesn't eat a full 32 points of damage?
This is how I want to go.
you
Shish
wanna-
kebabbed in Nox Ramos.
If you want to attempt to, yeah, you can make another dex save. And if you beat the DC again, I'll say you can jump in and take half damage.
17.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll take
How much
16 of
do I
that.
get back?
16 back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's Grizz's equivalent of healing, is jumping in the way of spikes.
I mean, yeah, technically, we're all healers.
Yeah.
Because if you kill them, then they can't hurt you. Anyway,
Yeah, so that's a 20 on perception.
You barely see it, but the pressure plate that this corridor operates under is not designed. It's designed for exceptional weight, for like groups. You think part of that is the undead that would walk or service these corridors, probably not terribly heavy. And it is a very long plate. Like, it wasn't where Treasure stepped. It was the fact that there were all of you sort of on it. But you realize this corridor is about there's another plate, like right in front, to finish this corridor. You don't know that you could separate yourselves out in such a way that one group, at least one group, is gonna depress this. One of these. So it's not completely unavoidable. It's not avoidable, is what I'm trying to say. You can attempt to disarm it, but I am gonna let you know, looking at this pressure plate, the type of heavy duty like size and style that it is. Your thieves' tools are not you're gonna also need a hammer, a crowbar, and shims, like wooden daggers or shivs or things to prevent it from depressing.
Question.
Yeah,
I have a hammer, a crowbar, and pythons.
that'll
Would
work.
that work?
Perfect. Yeah. So then you have the tools. It's going to require 2 checks. One is going to be a dexterity thieves tools check. One is going to be an athletics check, or a strength-based thieves tools check.
I'm going to move those over for you, Talroth, okay?
All right. So, which one do you want me to do first, Dex or athletics?
Let's always start with the dex, because if you fail the dex, you run the risk of setting off the trap and injuring yourself. Once you do that, you've set yourself up to do the strength test. If you fail the strength test, you just can't disarm it. It'll still be there. You'll know it's there, but you'll have to risk walking on it.
All right, and at least with the plate the way it is, I can walk across it without a problem by myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just kind of quickly explain as I'm getting the pitons and the hammer from Treasure and the crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start getting to work.
Yeah. So make the thieves tools check.
19.
You get in there, you start to feel the mechanisms around. So it's interesting. It is not quite random, but you can tell the plates are designed to do 2 things. If you stand on them by themselves, for too long they'll tip and activate something. But if even weight is depressed on it, eventually it'll just descend. Right. So you're able to shim up one end. You get to the other side. Oh, well, you have to make the strength check, but you know where they all are. You identify where the pivots are, where the fulcrums, where the pressure is. Go ahead and make me the strength-based.
It was so close to landing on a nat 20, and then it hit the wall and rolled over to a 6 for a total 10.
A total of 10. Okay. You get some of it. What I'm going to say is that you know it's there. You've gotten some of it. You're going to have advantage on the saving throw. Because you've shimmed it enough that the descent is going to be slower, and you're going to know it's coming. You are all prepared for the next fall of this.
Right, so at the end of where that plate is there a door or an opening or?
Nothing that is obvious. So you're going to have to make an investigation check down this whole hallway, and that you realize is part of the trap, because there's nothing obvious to find the exit. You're actually spending more and more time on the plate so that your weight continues to activate it. It's very time delayed.
All right, so yeah, again, just relaying this to everybody. So let me see if I can try to find the exit, so that way when it comes time for asses and elbows to move, we know where to go.
And actually, if everybody wants to participate in that check, you realize you're not sure where the door in this hallway could be. So there's room for everybody to help. You can all make an investigation check, no penalty for failing. But I feel like it's, everybody in the group would jump in and try to help.
21.
Nice.
And
10, because I cannot roll above a 6 tonight.
15.
25.
Nice. Okay. Sarai and Talroth, you guys both are able to identify. It's actually just 5 feet past the pivot. You get the feeling somebody had figured that the first trap goes off and people are going to be eager to get past the next area, maybe jump past the door. You do see the door, the seams of it are hidden in the walls. You don't see a obvious handle or activation for it. You know that the earlier door was activated through magic. You suspect maybe in these murals somewhere there is a rune to trace or something along those lines. You can continue to look for it. You know that at that point the trap will go off. Or you can attempt to just bash the door in.
Hey, Treasure, you want to break something?
Always.
Can you open this jar of pickles for us?
So move back and just try to like shoulder bash it in.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Make me a athletics check.
That is a 22.
Nice. Yeah. You shoulder into it hard, and it hurts. It starts to slowly, on like a piston pressure, sort of moves back about an inch, and then you can start to slide it to a side.
Yeah, as soon as that door is open, I'll just start signaling everybody, run, and I'll snake in and just immediately start checking for what's in there.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You start to make your way into the next chamber, and as you guys are making your way in there, it is a larger sort of opened up chamber. It's got 8 sides, but the 4 corners are just very, very short. Like there's no door there, right? But it does give it that shape. You guys have entered in from the eastern door. There is in the center of this area a altar that is a like shifting visage of these pharaonic sort of figures. Their faces don't quite move, but it's one of those optical illusions that if you look at it from one side, it looks like he's like laughing. If you look at it from the other side, it looks like they're crying. But if you look at it straight on, it's like a grimacing like snarl, right?
I just got a flashback to Transformers with the Quintessence.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. Sure. They are facing the 4 corners at this point. As you guys make your way in there, I'm going to ask the last person is going to have to make the dexterity save against the trap. Grizz, you throw Fable in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And dexterity saving throw DC 17.
17 on the die for 25.
Nicely
Evasion for no damage.
done. Yeah, you come diving through, and the spikes are behind you. The walls are thick. The walls are about 4-5 feet thick. That's why when the door depresses, it slides in between the stones. It's like one of those really obnoxious sliding doors that you can never really lock. It's like that. So the walls are very thick. So there's a lot of room for mechanics and mechanisms in these walls. You come to realize. On this side, however, well, what do you guys do? You're here now. It is worked stone. The floor is. There are some murals around here, but the big thing is that central altar statue.
Right, does this look like another ritual thing like we dealt with up top? Of
Does it?
What?
Can I do a check?
Immediately, you know it is in a similar style, but not for the same purpose. It's not the
Is there
same
any-
creatures, and it's not the same. It's not the same creatures.
Is there anything
Um,
like on the altar, or is it just that statue?
Make me an investigation check.
A 19.
A 19. Okay. You get up to the statue, and it. You came in from the east. You're looking at the eastern side, and there is on the robes of these. You're not quite sure if they're different figures or if it's just one figure done multiple times. The robes sort of flow together. There's not a huge distinction between them below the waist, right? All the robes sort of come together. And that's where you're noticing there's definitely written language on these. There's sort of these arcane runes. And what languages do you speak, Grizz?
Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
There is some there's some things that relate to Elvish here, but it's a little you can't quite make it out. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't understand any of this.
Can I go see what it is? Is it Sylvan?
Yeah, so it is a everybody went dark. There we go, we're back. It is an archaic form of Sylvan. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, Orc, Sylvan. So, I'm the new Matthew.
She's Evie.
There you go.
She's Evie.
So
I'm a librarian.
Abyssal helps. It doesn't finish the you can't understand all of it, but Abyssal does help. You start looking it over. We'll just go ahead and ask, what languages does everybody speak?
Anyone else speak?
Common, Draconic, and Infernal.
Okay.
I'm in Draconic Primordial.
Common, Elvish, Halfling, Infernal, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
I really need to pick up a few more languages.
Does anyone speak Celestial?
No, but I'm going to see if I can.
Okay.
Isn't that just Infernal backwards?
Can we just
Yeah, that-
send? Can we just send to Olaroon? I feel like he did.
It's a different plane.
Ya boy. Damn. We don't know he's not here. We don't know. Can I roll into 100? If I get 100, he's on this plane. He's somewhere in the Feywild.
Are we
Yeah.
using our phone a friend to call Oler and be like, hey,
Yes.
we're going to read this to you phonetically. Tell me
Hey,
what
hey.
it says.
I need to spell this out. Yeah, I'm gonna roll a fucking percentile because I'm a bitch.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If this works, though.
A 55.
Okay.
I had it prepared.
Highest thing I have rolled all night.
That's true.
Oh, fuck. I have it prepared. Oh, yeah. I cast tongues. Okay. Shit.
What does
And-
tongues do?
If I touch it, I can read.
Okay.
Yeah.
The so the languages it is written in is Sylvan. There is occasionally a bit of abyssal wording. Primordial, a lot of primordial, lot of Sylvan, a lot of celestial, but abyssal and infernal and draconic pop up more for like phrasing and syntax reading purposes. So some of it is sort of like reading Yodish, right? It's like, oh, you've rearranged everything. Doesn't quite make sense. But if you read it in the order that Draconic would be read, right? Or Infernal, of course, to read not just left to right and right to left, but bottom to top and in a spiral for legal purposes, obviously. Right? It's those sorts of habits that are helping to explain this. And it begins. So it's going to take you a few minutes to sort through this. If you just make me like a flat intelligence check, we'll call it like a code breaking check.
Dirty 20.
Nicely done.
I like to read.
Okay. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to read all of this. What is everyone else up to?
I was going to start checking around the room, just see if there's any other doors or traps or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me an investigation check.
That's a 22.
Nicely done. Grizz, Treasure, what are you guys up to?
I think Grizz is just. Oh,
Go for
sorry. Grizz is just, I think, trying to help Saride in that kind of way of somebody that's not actually particularly helpful in a field.
Yeah.
Like, hey, notice that bit there? What's it saying? Just trying to help.
You
Grizz.
just writing down the things that she's saying and reading.
Yeah.
Right. It's the I like to think of that as the help dad with the oil change. Right.
Yeah.
Or it's the all right. I don't know what I'm doing here. Have a brunch. I'll get you a beer. Right. Like I'm here.
Saride sent him off, and he's taking a charcoal sketch of some part that she's already figured out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Treasure, what are you up to?
I would like to do a history check on anything that I can see, whether it be like Mr. Big Statue Man or some of the stuff, to see if there's anything I know about Jalen, because I'm sure we have pyramids and things out there, not quite like this one, but
Yeah. Make it with. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, make me the history check. Fable, is there anything in specific you are up to? Just helping out. On board. Sounds good. We will go backwards. Treasure, what'd you get?
I got a 15. I'm just trying to basically compare anything here that might relate to some of the pyramids at home and see if some of that helps.
So there is some familiarity here. It looks like the society, the ancient society that built the Delve, or that ancient city, right? And Jalen is built on top of it. There is definitely a similar styling to all of these relics, to the art, to the etchings, all of the stuff that would have come out of the Delve. The best you can tell, and you feel pretty confident saying it, is that they're whatever that society in the Delve was probably influenced and emulated this society, right? It's probably like a later. It's one of those really odd things where it's like Cleopatra is closer to us or like dinosaurs than us. Like it's something like it's all sort of similar, but this is a much older version of that same society. But you can see the correlation. Talroth, what'd you get?
I had gotten a 22 on my investigation.
That is correct. 22. there is no specific pressure plate here. What you do find is that there, as you search the walls for doors and for holes, the previous door has closed. Should have said that. There are 3 other doors, right? You came in from the east, cardinal directions. The faces are pointed at the different corners. The only thing that seems to move is that central statue. You can just barely make out where the doors are. You don't find mechanisms for like mechanical traps, but you definitely have an uneasy feeling about touching or trying to open these other doors. Like this is there are no bones here, there are no remains, there is no sand, but you don't know how, because you didn't hit that DC, but I feel comfortable telling you this is a room designed to hurt.
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna carefully make my way back over to treasure.
Okay.
Yes.
This a bad room. This is a very bad room.
Well, I kind of got the gist, and she just kind of motions at the statue.
How about this? Just to be on the safe side, don't look at the statue, but you see that door over there to the south? You know that weird magic thing you can do now? You can kind of pick up on there's some magical going on.
Would you like me to do it?
Yeah, just kind of blink at that door for a second. Just tell me what you see.
Okay, I shall do exactly that.
You're looking at the door.
That's what he's asked me to do.
Okay. There's some transmutation magic. You get the feeling that's that's what's moving the door. Might be evocation for like telekinesis. That's just Cody not knowing what sort of magic would fall under that. The thickness of the stone walls, you feel like there's definitely magic in the walls, in the floor, in the ceiling, but it's behind this surface layer of stone. So you're not sure exactly what it is, but it is.
Okay, so it's definitely magical.
There's definitely movement involved. I will happily give you that.
Yeah, whether it moves us, it moves it, there's going to be moving. I didn't study too well under my uncle and dad as far as the types of magic, so I want to say transmutation could be evocation. And if it's evocation, that's a good chance that the whole room will explode, but let's hope it's not that.
And transmutation is the one that kind of turns into weird stuff, yeah?
Yeah, so unless we all want to be rabbits.
You suspect it's more about changing the type of stone material. Altering the stone, not altering you guys.
Okay, so, well, maybe not us, but the room.
Yeah, because that's the thing that's kind of worrying me about here. Because big old pyramid like this. I mean, chances are we ain't the first dumbasses to try to break into something like this.
Oh, probably not. I mean,
well,
there were Tomb Raiders often enough where it became a joke out there in Jalen.
Yeah, so where are the bones?
Oh my god, can we talk about? I've never thought about the locals sitting there and being like, the fucking Delvers are all in town. Guys, they're going to, should we tell them a rumor about the 13th level? Should we tell them it's haunted? I think we should tell them it's haunted. Like, the local only bars being just full of like, I lost another idiot today. Who had bets on that one group? And that's the story I want to tell now.
They
It's
all
just-
turn into the Harbinger from Cabin in the Woods. Like everybody in Jalen just, going to the delve, are ya? And then the minute they leave, like, ha ha, fuckers.
Gotta keep
Also-
ourselves entertained. It's hot as balls out here.
Listen, Treasure
The
totally
minute
told
you
him the
said this
13th
room-
floor was haunted.
The minute you said this room was designed to hurt, now all I can think of what she's reading is some sort of weird draconic abyssal version of the section in 50 Shades of Grey. When
This is a
Christian's like,
BDSM
do you
room."
want to? Do you want to
Yeah.
see my red room?
Yeah,
I don't make
that's.
glove. I fuck hard. Like it's just really bad
Uh-huh.
lines from 50 Shades in.
So all
In
the lines from 50
Celestial.
Shades? I
No,
said it.
because there's nothing about her inner goddess dancing. I read that book. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I know you read that book. I also know at what point exactly you gave up. I remember discussing this at the bar with you and Cody.
Okay, we're just having
Yeah.
a nice little moment before you kill us all.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
on board.
just-
Enjoy it. Enjoy it, please. So, right. You find the place to begin, and you begin reading reading this story. It begins the tale of the way they describe it, of the first men, the tales of the first cities, the first domains, the places that dared to exist after the departure of the twin gods. These are the days of the early men. These are the days of madness. These are the days of wild magic and the days of desolation. These are the days that they learn to live in the desert, because where there was no life, the insanity could not reach them. It begins a tale of Rikaha. Yes. And her people. It introduces these tribes that had dared to carve homes out of stones in the desert, out of great rocks and ravines. It tells the story of Husuf Khan, the second leader mentioned, and how they had developed mighty wind magics to support the people. It tells a story of another tribe, of Sect, a serpent worshipping tribe of water diviners in the desert, the Oasis Scouts. And the last of them were of Karafekt. Who was the fire tamer. Forged steel, brass, bronze, whichever one is the alloy. Can't remember. Bronze. It quickly turns to a time in which the dragons slumbered. It is when the Fae had retreated and abandoned their world, their planet, for fear of the Far Realm, for fear of what the twin gods once held at bay. And it speaks of an alliance between these first tribes, as they describe it. I should be very clear, as a GM, this is from their perspective, and is not meant to be the definitive history of the world, right? It speaks of Celestials coming to offer them help and aid in protecting their oasis. And it means it in a much larger sense. It means they begin referring to the entirety of their desert, this inhospitable world where even the craziest of unthinking horrors wouldn't dare to set foot, that they had mastered. The Celestials seem to offer them support, magic, and other things. Speaks of an alliance between them, the Fae, the Archfey of the Feywild, and this first tribe. It was an alliance that, according to these inscriptions, was one that they judged the Fae to fear the rapidly developing power of these elemental kings, of these four tribal leaders. And it says that they bargained for very special gifts in exchange for their aid to the Celestials and to the Fae. Primarily, it is a gift of eternal life, a gift of the opportunity to lead their people forever. And as you reach the later chapters of this story, it gets a little confusing, and some of the symbols have been vandalized, written over, or you can tell where they were etched one way and someone has come in and tried to re-etch it or make it say something different. You can't really tell which came first or which came second, but the broad strokes are that following the expulsion of the madness of the Far Realm, these tribes went to get paid, expecting to have the longevity of the Fae, of these Archfey that essentially live forever in the Feywild. They, on some faces, because this is up near the hoods, so some of them seem to say that the Fae tricked them by giving them this necromantic lich-like curse. Others say that the Fae purely refused and betrayed them, and they discovered their own necromantic solutions to achieve the eternal life that they were forsaken in their efforts. But in the end, the Celestials and Fae betrayed them and locked away the Pharaoh kings and queens, the leaders of their tribes, and trapped with them the death and eternal life of that desert inside these pyramids. And as Saride is finishing the story,
That was a good idea. Too bad someone fucked that up.
as well, you didn't, they were disturbed long before you guys got there. You just eventually it's been a long journey for them to get back here. Let's just put it that way.
Right. And technically, they just said they wanted to kill angels.
That's true. They did, and they do.
Still don't feel great about that, but
I would like all of you to make Constitution saving throws. DC 18.
I don't suppose this is against poison or harmful gases and vapors.
It is.
Oh, sweet. I have advantage.
Well done.
I have a +8 in my con saves. A +8. And I still failed.
how do you have a +8?
Because I'm a charisma I'm a sorcerer.
Oh yeah, and you explode.
And I
That's
explode.
ridiculous.
I have so much con and I still only got a 15. What?
Saride, what'd you get?
12.
Grizz got a
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Treasure,
Hey,
26.
nicely done. Tauroth,
18 on the dot.
Fable. Get
bonding for the Irish ones.
Pull over. Look at this one. It says paddle, and then we both
Touch, and then we just die.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
you all are realizing that you're feeling very sleepy. You're feeling very sluggish, and in some ways you're having trouble breathing. And you're just sort of realizing it as Saride is, I'm guessing, finish relaying the story to everyone. There you go. And as you do, you guys realize that Fable is not catatonic, but she's definitely paralyzed.
Fable? Fable?
You can see her eyes. She can kind of blink. She can look around, but her muscles have seized up.
Okay, we need to get out of this room.
How long do I have before I pass out?
You do not know.
Okay, I'm gonna lesser restoration her real quick.
Okay. Does it remove paralysis?
I think it does. Something does. I have something that
Okay.
fixes this. Hold on. Hold on, I got a
Grizz,
thing.
do you have the necklace I gave you when we first met?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to. Let's should I give it to one of them?
That helps you breathe no matter what situation.
Yeah, but I also
It's
I don't,
attunable.
Mm.
We
Lesser-
can't spend an hour to. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lesser restoration will remove paralyzed.
And I'm doing it out of the staff.
Okay.
She's just poking. Yeah.
You're not passing out. You're
No,
okay?
not bad. Fine. I'm fine. Can I tell where this is coming from? Is it coming from the heads?
You can make an investigation check.
Can I?
Talroth, can we look for an out?
Already on it.
14.
14. Okay. The gas is creeping in from the seams along the corners of the roof. It seems to be a gas that is sinking down onto you. Tauroth, what did you roll for your check?
Do you want perception or investigation?
I'll take either. You had a good investigation earlier.
And not one for a 12.
Okay. So I'm not going to give you anything really more, but what I am going to say is that the statue can move, and you feel confident that twisting the statue is the key to this room.
So I'm going to take a wild guess here. The pillars that we saw outside, those were all... Did those kind of match up with the hoods we're seeing here? As in terms of just based on the story, one is fire, one is wind, one is water, one is earth?
Yeah.
Probably get Grizz and Treasure to help turn the statue to kind of set those the right way. So if the one for fire, I'm guessing summer is south, just turn it to face south to kind of try to line them up.
Yes. What you realize, and I'm going to say it, and I don't know how it's possible, but I'm pretty sure it is that it is in an orientation where currently east is the only thing that is correct. Wherever you turn it, only one side will be correct. Hopefully that makes sense. Which
basically,
yeah.
So basically only one door at a time can be opened.
Correct.
North, south, or west? Which way are we going?
Where did we come from?
We came from east.
Do I have, from reading, do I have an idea of if there was a direction that was sacred to these people, or that they just really like?
No, nothing seems particularly sacred. You think the chamber is fairly central. You don't know which of these may lead to the essentially Pharaoh chamber is, I guess, what you're really looking for.
Yeah.
You do not know. But it does seem to indicate that they're relatively separate kingdoms, tribes, right? They are unified in one purpose, but they are four states of a nation. So you don't know that they would necessarily have been all buried together.
Okay.
I'm just tossing ideas out there, but my assumption, I'd say if summer's south, winter's north, winter's the last, they're attacking now, it's the last one standing. If the statues upstairs were any indication of the leaders that had fallen transferring essence to the statues of their pharaohs, the north one's the last one that hasn't succeeded at its ritual yet. That's the one we've got to stop.
That's a good idea. To the north.
Just a guess.
North.
Okay.
It's the best guess we got. Let's go.
Last time I did this, I accused a young woman of selling young men to mind flayers. So I was wrong there.
All good. You begin twisting the statue. It moves. It moves very slowly. You can attempt to force it to go faster. But the gears grind. Like, you can hear the gears grind a little bit. It's like winding a watch in the wrong direction, or or like, there's a resistance to it. You can make an athletics check if you're like, fuck it, I gotta move this. Or if you just want to move it at the pace it's okay with, let me know.
What do you think, Grizz? Should we go faster just to make sure, nobody
So
gets...
I think we should move faster because I think I'll be fine. I don't know that. Did it seem like a poison effect in the gas or something else?
Yeah, poison.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine, but depends on the rest of you. Pixie already fell for it. Sarai doesn't seem to be doing all right. I think we might want to go.
Grace.
I think we might want to go faster.
Can I start using gust just to try to blow some of the poison gas away from us, if it helps?
I would say with gust, you could do it for one person, to give one person advantage on the next Constitution saving throw. Okay. Make athletics checks, Treasure and Grizz.
Dirty 20.
Natural 1.
What's your total, Grizz?
1.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You have the plus 0.
athletics.
You have the monk. You
Yeah.
have the plus 0. At least it's not a negative. There is that. Okay. Treasure is 20. Grizz is 1.
We're back to holding wrenches, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Grizz, you're pushing the wrong way.
The statue does so you are pushing hard against the statue. It is twisting a little faster. And what you notice is that as you twist it faster, it seems to release the gas a little faster. Part of that is it together, right? You are... What you got, Talroth?
If I see the gas is coming faster, I'm just going to tell everybody, just keep your eyes open. We're not going to hear shit for a minute, and cast Warning Wind.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
Well, as I kind of spin lesser wind around in my hand, just mullinate around and just get the wind going. Warning Wind is a strong wind of 20 miles per hour blowing in a 10-foot radius, remaining centered on me. Deafens other creatures in the area, extinguishes unprotected flames, hedges out vapor, gas, and fog that can be dispersed by a strong wind.
Okay. Awesome. I am going to ask for another Constitution saving throw. Everyone has advantage on it. It is still the DC 18, and it's going to have a reduced effect.
The highest was a 19.
Nice.
I rolled a 26 as well.
Okay.
Grizz is just immune to poison, so.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay. Saride?
13.
13. Saride and Talroth, you guys are under the effects of the slow spell. Because it is far less of the vapors. The statue is going to spin far enough and Talroth, you can, with slow, you can still maintain concentration, keep the spell up and going. It's gonna be moving slower. It does, you do get it turned to facing north, and as it locks into place, right? It you can see that the gas that is intentionally slowing down the people that are inside its dangers, right, begins to like burst in small, like, firework shrapnel sort of ways as it begins to interact with bits of the statue that had been on it. You get the idea that without the wind, eventually the vapor interacts with the statue and it paralyzes you so that you have trouble getting out of the room. The longer you're in the room, the more you get bursted. Clearly not enough to kill anybody, but like I said, the room's designed to hurt. So I would like everybody, as you are exiting the room, make me a dexterity saving throw. The people that are slowed have it at disadvantage.
Which saving throw? I apologize.
Dex.
Thank you. Oh, well, let's see.
26.
8. I quit today, guys.
You're just saving up those natural 20s for the Lich. Just banking
Also
them.
an 8.
Okay.
19.
17.
Okay. DC is 14. Anybody that failed, you are gonna take 16 points of slashing damage. Success 8 or 0, depending on your evasionary statuses. You all get into the next hallway, and it is a similar 10-foot wide, about 40-foot long hallway. You can tell that at the end of it there is a drop. That is what you know.
How long does it take for the slow to wear off?
It's going to take you about a minute.
All right. And as soon as we're clear of the room, I'm dropping warding wind.
Okay. Yeah. You guys make it out. You safely have a minute to gather yourselves back together. You look at the floor. This first portion is not trapped. You guys can stand here easily enough.
That last room sucked.
Oh yeah, because the rest of the Feywild has been a real treat up to that point. Ugh.
At least with the rest of it, we've had something to hit so far.
You're not seeing it at its best.
Less of a judgment on the Feywild, more of a judgment on fucking mummies.
Well, yeah, they kind of universally suck.
Generally. Like,
How messed up is everybody right now?
Evasion has saved my ass every time.
oh,
I soak like a motherfucker.
Okay. Okay.
I'm fairly hurt.
Yeah, and I am too. Okay.
Like on a scale of 1 to 88, I'm at a 59.
it's an oddly specific range to put that at.
You know what? I learned some weird counting tricks in the circus. And some of those habits just roll over. I can't really get rid of them.
I guess fingers and toes when it comes to circus numbers.
No, it's like peanuts for the elephants and things.
Okay. By any chance, do we happen to have any more healing potions lying around?
Yeah, we should.
We can use some of those.
Yeah, we should.
I still got Gyron staff on me. We could probably use that a little bit.
I mean, I have things in the staff as well, or my staff can do things, but I don't. Yeah.
Do we have time to just sit and catch our breath, you think? That's really the question.
I don't know. So I'm going to mass healing word really quickly, but just at 3rd level. Is that okay? Okay, it's not much, but
It's anything. I'm fine.
I
It's
want to
appreciated.
save. I want to save my bigger stuff.
That's wise.
That's precisely why I was mentioning about the healing potions to give you that opportunity.
Oh fuck you, man! 5 points. Damn it!
5 points is still appreciated.
Still, yep.
God,
I almost went. That'll take our poison away. It's not Gloomhaven. That's tomorrow.
It's 25 points of healing.
Yeah, that's
It's just spread out.
real good.
Mhm.
well, I feel chipper now.
Actually,
Feel much
Sarai,
better.
come here. I'm going to do a thing for you. I'm going to use a bolstering magic, and I'm going to roll a D3, which I guess it's going to be a D6 divided by 2, and that's going to give you a spell slot back. Hooray! You get a second level spell slot back.
That was sexy. Maybe you are Rick and I am Evie.
She's more than just a desert grown ass.
So who's
You
the
kissed
most?
me.
So who's the most fucked up right now?
I think Fable.
I'm 48 of 75 now.
I'm 64 of 88 now.
Okay, so actually, Soraya.
So
We're
right,
the
yeah.
same. It's just like percentage-wise, we're the same.
Remember, if I go down, I explode at least once, so
Exactly.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
In mummies, I would roast them all alive or undead. It's fine.
And even looking at how things have gone so far, Fable just hasn't been having a good day. So as I'm walking by to start inspecting the hall, I'm going to pull the staff of Gyron out and just tap Fable on the shoulder and just pop a charge for Cure Wounds. Go ahead and get 17 hit points back.
Holy fuck!
Fuck my ass.
And I'll
And
just
I'm almost
Okay,
full.
well,
and I'll just spin the staff and just put it back in my pack and just start inspecting.
that's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Hey, I've been checking this thing out, and it can do some pretty interesting stuff. There's no dragons around, so and we got to worry about yeah.
She looks at her staff and whispers to it, "Why can't you do that?"
I'm pretty sure I can.
But you didn't, did you? No. It's okay, I still love you.
Make the investigation check.
Riz, you want to help out with this?
But I can, yeah. I'll assist.
So roll with advantage. Thank you, Grizz. Nat 20 for a 28.
All right.
I just held your tools for you.
No, but Grizz, you were standing exactly where the thing I needed was. I mean, you essentially pointed it out for me right there.
Do what I can.
You make your way to the end of the hall, and this is a very tricky hall. There is a drop on the other side. You get the feeling that the hallways coming off that room you just left lead all sort of to a drop like this, and then the seasons or the chambers or whatever those levels are at different levels. So they're all probably different lengths, right? Taroth, you get to the other side, you look down. I'm going to give you a perception check with advantage. I'm going to tell you something really beneficial either way. I just want to figure out exactly how much you figure out, right?
So just a flat perception?
Yeah, with advantage.
31 for a nat 20.
Nicely done. The hall, the tunnel, right? The drop is a trap itself. It looks like it leads to a it looks like it leads to the next level, to a descent. But that is illusion, right? What it leads to is a basically like a swallowing gelatinous cube, like something that doesn't just eat you, it prevents you from ascending, right? It holds you down, and it's like quicksand, but acid, like living acid quicksand.
So a pyramid Roomba. Got it.
Yeah. So there you go. Good job, camera. You look around for the door. You know that you need to go down. There is no other door in the hallway. You look around for a pressure plate. You realize that there is a plate, but it is not pressure for mechanics. It is designed to, with force or under enough weight, crumble. you can break it open and see what's underneath. Or if you guys want to utilize some form of magic to see what's underneath, or you can just all jump on it and see what happens.
Clearly, that is the response. Jump on him.
You gonna
No?
jump on me?
Gonna jump on him.
Yeah, I'll just carefully mark out where that is and just kind of point it out to Grizz. Like, yeah, we
It's
can
like
get past.
it's essentially most of the hallway. It's about 85% of the hallway. The only part that isn't is like right next to the descent and right next to the entrance, because they're assuming you're going to spend a lot of time there, and it's not really something you're supposed to find. So
I have an idea. Don't know if it's a good one. Don't think it's a bad one.
Well, you never know if it's a bad idea until you actually do it and find out.
Well, give me just a sec. And Grizz is gonna walk out onto the platform, put his immovable rod just above him, and click it so it holds in place,
Okay.
and just start like kicking at the pressure plate, just like pushing against it, and just trying to see if he can just crumble it while he's got the handle.
with effort, you can. Absolutely. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're a monk. You're going to kick it enough. Eventually,
Yeah.
it's going to crumble. As you do, you crumble and it falls about 10 feet and splashes into a liquid. You can see that it's very deep. It's kind of designed for you to swim down to wherever the next level is. You guys have pieced together. North is winter and water sort of associated together. You can see things moving in it. And make me a perception check, Grizz.
Natural one. The fuzzy dice do not like me tonight.
Sounds good. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 19.
Okay. You don't see it, but you're going to hear it. There is a sizzle, a very slight sizzle to the sound of the stone in the water or on the surface of it or the
It's just-
liquid.
Dangling in air and goes, hey, there's a bunch of acid, I think. And I realize I don't have a way to get back to you guys.
I mean, you can.
It's just dangling.
You didn't collapse the whole thing. Because
Okay.
you were just kicking. You
But that's
did like
a
a
better
5 foot
version,
section.
isn't it?
I'm sure.
That's
Yeah.
way more
All right.
fun.
I mean, if you really want to, I'm not going to argue. The whole floor falls, and Grizz is in the middle there, just doing his one-armed pull-ups.
Yeah. Right?
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. You have a strength of 0. Doing
Yeah.
his dead hang.
Just dead hang.
well, I could see what you mean, how that might have been a bad idea, but
We've learned
Yep.
multiple things.
yep.
And Grizz is going to try to get back. He's going to start swinging. And just at the apex of his swing, unclick the button and just try to do a little
Sure. Make an athletics check. Or acrobatics check.
acrobatics. Perfect. We're going to give the fuzzy dice another go. Okay. 17.
Yeah, with treasure there to help catch you, you make it. No problem.
So, I'm not sure. That's way down. I'm not sure that's one we want to take.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
I suppose we try another door.
What else to do?
I mean, do we know if the gas is still in there messing things up?
I will let all of you make intelligence or wisdom checks, or I'll even take insight as you kind of try to piece together design ideas and thoughts here.
24 on insight.
Okay.
25 on insight.
An 8 on insight with my +5. Why
20.
do I try tonight?
22.
I'm gonna ask a question, and I know they're digital, so I know the answer is what it is. But did you did you roll the ones with the 20 sides? Because the 12-sided
like you
one
at
looks
all.
similar. I'm kidding, baby.
I don't like you.
I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah,
I
ready
want you to roll
go.
higher.
I know.
We'll play storyteller, and then you can roll low, and
Oh
you'll do
my
fine.
god! Stop patronizing me.
I'll patronize you.
No, I'm upstairs.
Oh, okay. Treasure, what did you get?
I got an 8 as well.
Okay. The gas is still going to be active in the room. It activates as you the longer you're in there. It is all of this is designed to hurt. All of this is designed to weaken people before they get to any of these pharaohs, before they have the chance to free any of them, right? It is, if you want to get there, it wants you to swim through the acid. Now, you can, if you guys have ways of diffusing acid or destroying it or any of that sort of stuff, you absolutely can, right? I'm not trying to tell you that you have to jump in it, but the design purpose of the pyramid in general is to dissuade, misdirect, deceive, and hurt.
So to get to where we gotta go, we gotta get our ass kicked a little bit.
It wants you to. There are so many tricks and spells and nonsense in this game. I will not say that you have to, because whenever I think that, usually a player's like, I have blah blah blah, and that usually happens. So totally fine with that. But the design purpose of the pyramids is to hurt.
Ain't this turning into some Tomb of Horrors, ain't it?
Trying to think of anything that work.
I mean, I could probably slow down the fall so we don't go all splashed into the acid. It'll be a slow descent, but I don't know if that's going to be much better.
Do this. Target creature submerged. The spell carries a target. No. I can try something that I don't think is going to work. But what does that do? Nope. I can try to remove poison or disease from food, purified food or drink. Because what is acid if not
Soup.
poisonous water?
It's soup.
Hey, we can try that. That's I don't.
I don't think I have anything else.
Are either of you able to cast the message spell, anything like that? Yeah, short range communication, anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me up. I'll tell you how bad it was. And Grizz is just. Grizz
I love Grizz
dives.
so much. Hit me up. I'll
So
tell
do
you how bad
I,
it was.
motherfucker. You were not allowed to die. And you were such an asshole. Oh my god.
We don't have
He's
any
the
other
best kind of
ideas.
chaotic.
Just.
I see Grizz jump in.
Yeah.
Salute him. Okay.
Grizz is gonna try to swim through the acid.
Oh my god.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm also the one that can take
he
any
was-
fall on the other side.
He was always a monk. He was just stuck in a ranger's body for a while.
Yeah.
Grizz, what do you have a swim speed?
No.
Okay.
I am very fast.
What is your speed?
55.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
I can double dash if needed.
absolutely. So the swim is it is a 60-foot descent.
Okay.
Okay. Every 5 feet. So it's every 5 feet that you travel through it is a D4 of acid damage.
Okay.
But what you see when you get in there, well, I'm gonna say if you open your eyes in the water, you have to make a Constitution saving throw, or you will blind yourself with the acid. Not permanently,
Okay.
but temporarily, right?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm trying to get as much information to pass back as possible. So
Okay, make me a con save, DC 14.
13.
13. Okay. Make a perception check with disadvantage. This is you trying to see stuff just before, like, you have to close your eyes. You open your eyes in the pool water.
With disadvantage, it was a 25.
Nicely done.
Jesus.
There are 2 giant squids or squid-like things that are coming towards you. You get the feeling they are
Helpful.
they're not actual animals, right? They're clearly magic enchantments. Their attacks don't deal damage. Their attacks are to hold you in the acid.
Okay.
There is a door at the bottom. However, as you are swimming for it, they are going to get some attacks to try to grab you.
Okay.
Okay? Because you are blind, they are going to have advantage. They have a +4 to hit. And they have some multiple attacks. They don't have a lot of ability to grab, but we'll see.
Okay.
So the first one isn't gonna hit. That's a 10 on the highest. The next one is an 11. We're slowly getting there.
Climbing up.
A 14
Does not hit.
does not hit, and one more attack is a 12.
Does not hit.
So it does not hit. You can feel the tentacles rushing past you. You're going to travel 55 feet down towards the bottom. I'm going to roll once and just I'll roll it. Some of you have a dice roller up. I'll do it. I don't want to put that on it. Won't put that evil on you, Ricky Bobby.
I can roll damage for myself. This is
Sure.
How many was it?
11 d4.
Now I roll well.
What is
30.
11d4?
31.
So 31 points of acid damage. I'm gonna say you get to the door because you went in with a dive. You got some extra speed on the push.
The entry.
Yep. You can force your eyes open. Take another Constitution saving throw. Run the risk of being blinded for more than a minute. You have no idea how long. But you don't know that you'll be able to figure out how to open this entrance without looking at it. I will give you the chance to do it without looking at it.
We'll open the door. Or open our eyes to try to open the door. So,
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw. DC
9.
14. Okay. I'll take investigation or perception at disadvantage, or just flat because you opened your eyes.
Just fine. I rolled with disadvantage already. It was a 12, so 21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the rune. It's pretty obvious down here because it's the one part of the stone that is preserved by magic, whereas the rest of the etching is worn away. That's going to be your turn. They're going to try to grab you again.
Okay.
And if they don't, you can open it. Okay. So, first squid. 14
Misses.
is not enough. 16.
Misses.
19.
Hits on the dot.
So that is going to grab you. You can, on your turn, make a acrobatics check to escape, or athletics if you really want to play on hard mode. You can make an acrobatics check to escape. However, being in here for another round, you are going to take another 2d4 acid damage at the start of your turn. So that is 4 points of acid damage.
Okay. All right. You said acrobatics check to break free?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not using the fuzzy dice. I'm using my Norse Foundry dice.
Norse Foundry.
23.
And you do. As you escape, you reach out for the rune, and you trace your hand along it, and from the perspective of everybody up at the top, the water freezes
What?
into a frozen north. But Grizz, you feel fine. You walk through the door.
You immediately get in your head, Grizz, are you okay? What happened? Are you alive?
Zoraid, make an intelligence saving throw.
No. 18.
Okay, yeah. You are able to identify him where he is enough to see through the illusion, to actually get the sending spell to him.
Okay.
I'm relatively okay. Not sure where I am. Can't quite see anything. Don't open your eyes while you're engulfed in acid, unless it's absolutely necessary.
You don't feel the acid anymore, Grizz. Once you open the door, you feel like you're in air.
But I'm out of the acid. There's 2 squids trying to hold you in there. Yeah, it's a bad swim. Because I don't know that it's frozen behind me. I know that I'm in air.
You are blind. You
Yeah.
open the door. You did not feel the water like rush past you. But from everybody else's perspective, it just froze over.
Well, he said it's a bad swim, and there's squids. So,
And I'm going to take the dodge action,
Okay.
just being blind.
Yeah, man. Dodge it up.
Fable, can you do anything with the ice?
You bet your ass I can. I've been waiting for someone to fucking ask. Thank you for deleting that message from the spam. Barbie Super Mod is amazing. So I would like very much to fuck around with this. It's a 60-foot drop, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 60 feet down.
Mhm.
Got it. Can you, rope? Can someone lower me 30 feet down?
I mean, it's ice.
I mean, the
I
ice
know.
is 10 feet away.
Because I can
You do
shape
the-
it.
You do the Bruno drop.
Yeah, I was trying to shape it into a slide. Like, I was trying to, so we didn't have to drop. I was
Sure.
trying to, us.
Sloosh.
Make a
Yes, I was
make
trying
an
to ice luge us.
Okay. You go to drop onto the ice.
Yeah.
Make an acrobatics check.
Fuck me.
Fuck is this place?
21!
Okay.
I rolled above a 10, I rolled a 15!
Hey, that's
It's
good.
because elemental shit!
The ice is not there.
Fuck me!
It is an illusion. You go falling,
Of course I do.
but you do you do take half damage.
Half of what?
66. So, oh, I didn't roll super high.
Thank God.
12, 15, 18.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, what you got, Talroth?
If I see that she just falls through the ice,
Yeah.
Yeah, can you guys see?
can I just feather fall her?
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Nine.
You see her go through the ice, but you have to be able to see the target to cast Featherfall, and she's through it before. And when you go to look through it, all you see is the illusion, right? Grizz, make me a just roll me a d20.
4.
Okay. Well, you have advantage because of dodge.
13.
You step out of the way as something comes falling 60 feet down at you.
Just-
70 feet.
The monk just half step to the side,
Yeah.
reaches out, feels. Hey, Pixie, you alright?
I don't know who that is, but I'll answer to it. I like that you called me
Yeah,
Pixie
sorry,
as Fable.
Fable.
It made me smile. I like it.
Fable, you alright?
I think I'm intact.
If more are falling through, you might want to step to the side.
Oh,
Sarad's gonna look at Talroth. You said the room meant to hurt us, yeah?
Yep.
Well,
eat.
good thing I like getting hurt. Daddy, let's go! And I'm jumping into the whatever the fuck it is.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Oh, Dagon redeemed 1d4 of healing. I forgot that was a thing we have on the
Thank
channel
you,
points
Dagon.
right now.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead, guys. Take
Thank
your
you.
D4 of
Thank you,
healing.
D4.
Go ahead.
Sweet. I have
Acrobatics, you
13k of
said?
channel points split up.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
One, I got
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Oh,
I got 3.
that was cocked.
Somebody can take my D4.
I got 3. Probably, I think either Sarai or Fable needs that D4.
I'm fine.
It's an
Save it.
18.
It's fine.
It's an 18 acrobatics.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done. Rolled a lot higher on this one. But
course.
you're going to take 12 points of fall damage.
Okay.
It's kind of looking down at the ice. I look back at Treasure. It's like,
Listen, we didn't do a whole lot of swimming in Jalen, and we sure as hell didn't do a whole lot of that. Whatever that was.
I could have sworn I heard a thud.
Yeah, my ass didn't get featherfall.
He
Neither
couldn't
mine. He
do
couldn't
it.
see me. He couldn't see me. Oh no, you just. I mean, at least when Fable landed, there was a fuck.
It's like, I'm kind of getting the impression, Treasure, that acid might be gone.
Well, I mean, I'm less likely to get hurt than you, so here I go.
I'm gonna take Lesser Wind out. It's like on the count of 3. 1, 2, jump.
She pinches her nose and everything.
Okay. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Feather fall.
Yeah. Okay. You guys make it to the bottom. And you hear, as the wind beyond the door is cold as an Arctic blast creeps across you. I know that smell. How sweet my servants are. They bring me more fey flesh to sate my hunger. Yes. But you haven't my heart. Good.
Fuck.
And with that,
Fuck.
we are going to end for tonight. Next week,
Forgot.
the disasters come face to face with Sucked. And that is it for us for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having a good time. I hope you enjoyed it.
Send you a raid.
Yes, raid is good. We will do the raid.
I'm the constant fucking. Oh no, we can't bring Narvi here.
Oh, he's
Everything-
technically think we're all here.
I know,
Somehow.
but like, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about Narvi, our undead fish man,
It's gonna be fun.
I
being
mean,
surrounded by undead things.
so many opportunities. Yeah, we'll figure out who is going to be available next week and what is going to be going on. We're going to send you guys on our raid. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next time. But until then, be cool. Raid button. We are out.
Thank you out. Don't forget that there's a delay between